Hi, I'm Dinesh Vernekar, and today I'll be talking on why we get fat. So, every function in the human body are governed by hormones. Even the function of fat gain, that is lipogenesis, is governed by a hormone called as insulin. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. It promotes growth in the body. It transports nutrients to the cells. But at the same time, it has another function which is called as lipogenesis. It promotes fat gain. So it is up to us that we make this hormone our friend or our enemy. So just like a scalpel, a doctor uses it to operate a patient, but the same scalpel you can use it to kill a person. So how is this decided that insulin will act like a friend or an enemy? So it is decided by the food which you eat. If you eat a food which is not important, which is not needed for the body, it will promote fat gain in the body. If you eat foods which are necessary to the body, it will act as a transporter and and an anabolic hormone. So, how is it decided that how we can harness this hormone? So, coming to basics, if you go through a pathology report of blood glucose test, so you will see that in that reports you will see some value, normal blood glucose values. So that is around 80 to 100 milligram per deciliter. That is 80 to 100 milligram per 100 ml. So that is the normal range. So your body has around 5 liters of blood. So if we add 80 to 100 into 5 liters, so it adds up to 4 to 5 grams of glucose. So it is less than your tablespoon. So only 4 to 5 grams of glucose is your blood can manage only 4 to 5 gram of glucose. But what is happening is in every meal from breakfast to dinner, we are bombarding around 100 to 200 gram of exogenous glucose, that is carbohydrate, in every meal. So after digestion, like now carbohydrate, what is carbohydrate? Uh, Chapati, bread, pasta, Maggi, uppit, poha, oats. These are all forms of carbohydrates. That is grains. These are all forms of carbohydrates. So when you eat these foods, okay, it is exogenous glucose. So when it is ingested in your body, it converts into glucose. It is not converted, it breaks down into glucose. Okay, so the glucose in after digestion is transferred into your blood. So as I mentioned before, that only 4 to 5 gram of glucose your blood can handle. So what happens is the excess glucose, insulin will flush off that excess glucose. Like if you have had around 100 grams of carbohydrate, like 3 to 4 chapatis or a table a tea with 1 tablespoon of or 2 tablespoon of sugars. So you have bombarded yourself with around 100 gram of glucose in the breakfast. So the excess glucose, okay, your blood glucose will rise to around 50 to 60 grams. Okay, now insulin, what it will do is its function is to keep that blood glucose levels around 4 to 5 gram. So whatever the excess glucose, it'll try to flush out. Okay, it will try to store it in muscle, it will try to store it in liver in the form of glycogen. But liver and muscle glycogen are always full because of our eating habits. So what it will do is the excess glucose, it will convert into triglycerides, okay, by some enzyme, by a few enzymes. One of the enzyme is ATP citrate. Okay, it will get converted into triglycerides and it will be stored into your body fat cells. So your fat cell is a storehouse of exogenous glucose or glucose. Okay, where when converted into getting converted into triglycerides. So what we learned was that the only nutrient responsible for fat gain is glucose, that too exogenous glucose, which our body doesn't need. Okay, and the hormone responsible for that is insulin. So to stop this process of fat gain, okay, to start the process of lipolysis, that is fat breakdown, you have to keep your insulin levels down. You have to stop feeding yourself with exogenous glucose, because exogenous glucose your body doesn't need. Glucose can be produced by your body by a process called as gluconeogenesis. That is another topic. I'll be getting into that topic in some other video. But keeping to this topic only, glucose is the nutrient which will promote fat gain, and insulin is a hormone which will act as an enemy when you provide it with exogenous glucose. So now you know that what foods to eat. Okay, though I have not mentioned what foods to eat, I have just mentioned what foods not to eat. So now you know the process of fat gain. If you have any questions related to this topic, you can comment in the comment section. Okay, I'll try to answer that in some other video. Okay, for now, this is Dinesh Vernikar signing off. Thank you and see you soon.